Now, I want to see where it says specifically for black people, though. Now, you're telling me they don't pass legislation, they can't pass anything that says specifically black. I'm trying to still see where they says specifically
Eh,
black.
In other words, you've. How often do you hear them going after a Mexican or an Asian, even in the past, an Asian, and then they can claim a civil rights violation?
Not too many.
Not too many. So now you
No.
need something specific for them, right?
For Asians, you're talking about right now?
Yeah. Because
Uh,
normally when you hear
I,
there's two groups that you hear when it's actually hate crime, right? Two
yeah,
groups. Which one are they?
mainly black and Hispanic
And gays.
and gays. Yeah, but you know what?
It was never Hispanic. We got tons of Hispanics get killed out in California on a weekly and daily basis. It's never a hate crime.
Well, they're probably killing each other just like
It doesn't matter. It's never a hate crime.
Yeah.
What do hate crimes normally apply to? Okay, you already have it. So in other words, what black people want is something with their name on. Oh, it's okay. I'm happy because I got a boutique bill with my name on. It's applied to you for the last 50 years. We've been using it for 50 years.
All
black people want is a gold. All black people
Go ahead.
want is a gold chain policy bill.
I want real policy. I don't know about everybody else.
Yeah, but the only way real policy can take an effect is you are an American. You ain't black to them. You are black to them, but you are an American. I'm not giving no special thing to the lowest rung of the group. If you want the lowest rung of the group to get it, then everybody got it.
In other words, when back in 1992, with the Rodney King trial, guess what those cops got convicted on? Even though they got acquitted in court, in state court. Guess what they went to jail for? What prison for?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Violating Rodney King's civil rights.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
It's a hate crime.
Yeah.
So we've had this for 50 years. Okay. Why are you getting mad because Asians got it? So what? They're citizens, right?
Yeah, but why are they saying specifically Asians? If we got hate crime bills already on the books, then why are we giving one just specifically for them?
Because guess what? It wasn't being applied to them, was it?
Yeah, but still, it don't say black for us. So now we're gonna say
was it being applied to them as a hate crime?
No, not for the most part. But then again, they're not really a targeted group, though.
If it's not
also that happened just this year.
It doesn't matter. The thing is, it wasn't applied to them. Do they have the right to appeal to their government for it?
Yeah, they do if they want to. Yeah, just like everybody else.
Get off your. Yeah, if you want a black bill, get off your ass and talk to your senators and congressmen. See what you can do.
Yeah, and on top of that, they paid for that.
They paid
financially paid for that bill to get done. That's what they did.
Well, I agree with you about one thing. Black folks don't really put enough money behind their politicians. We don't get our own politicians.
You know what Bill Clinton told Barack Obama just before he got in office, after he got elected?
No.
You know what he said about black people? He said black people ain't gonna ask for shit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right about that.
And guess what happened? Most of his 8 years. Guess what black people asked for?
Nothing.
So I'm not gonna say. So shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, listen, I'm asking for something.
Black people as a whole think like women, meaning they want the government to read their fucking mind.
No, the women ask for shit, man. Trust and believe. The women constantly ask for stuff.
True, but I'm just saying overall, you look at that not asking, or who'd you said, Dr. Claude Anderson. What do you want? We want some judges. And Dr. Claude Anderson was able to get some judges.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, he just asked. Well, we want some judges. All right, cool. They actually did. God, I can't remember what city it was. They didn't fire one bullet. They didn't fire one bullet this year or last year. One cop police on one police station. I got to find out what department it is.
So I'll say one thing.
And they asked hold on a second. And then they asked this question. They said, "How did y'all get change?" He said, "We brought in more black and brown police officers," and they started viewing the community that is policed as humans.
You can't get much done if half of most of the brothers don't even think we're entitled to respect.
Yep. Yeah, true, black.
Right. Yeah. What I'm saying is, I said I understand. Like I don't have any fight in the game. I can tell you, I didn't care who got elected. You still don't. You know. You know, the thing is that, but don't start. I hate when people start making shit up. Donald Trump didn't do that much, man. Don't stop trying to make
I'm not giving him that much credit. I'm just saying out front, I feel like he did more as far as the HBCUs, first of all, the early step act. Okay, so those two things are things he did specifically for black people. I mean, as even though they may have been symbolic in some of the pardons, but still, it was still stuff that was done out front.
Basically, the vast majority of a lot of stuff that was already that Trump actually did was already in place as Barack Obama was actually leaving office. The fact getting people, the Justice Project, getting people out of prison, basically keeping black men from being locked up for child support. Okay, that kind of stuff was actually 2 years before he even got out. Barack Obama, a lot of stuff was already in place. He actually asked Donald Trump to keep that stuff in place.
You know what, though? That Negro sat there and talked shit to black men for the whole 8 years. That's the whole thing, though. I mean, you sitting out there telling folks that black women is the black man, the backbone of the black community. You niggas need to take care of your kids. They did that shit all in the background. But if you watch some of the videos on YouTube, it's funny though too. It's because Fox News never put that stuff out there. They never put that out there. You had to go dig and look for that stuff.
I don't understand, why does black people always have to have a self-appointed defense attorney for white views, white talking points in black groups?
Well, no,
why we always have? I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you.
I'm talking about you.
Okay.
But hey, hit dogs a holler. But I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about. I'm just talking about in general, man. Because this
let me ask this question, this dude. Okay, black, red, deadly. This whole panel circular wasting talk. Why are you here, man? No, I'm talking about the guy in the comment section. Why are you here?
Okay.
And basically, you can see your way out anytime you want.
Okay.
If you think it's a waste of time, that means it goes over your head and you don't know what the fuck we're talking about. That's what it normally means. In other words, you don't understand.
And I got another layer to this.
No. It means this right here. It means you don't have any patience.
No, he doesn't know what we're talking about. He doesn't understand it. So it's a waste of time.
Somebody just asked, what did Donald Trump say about black men? Somebody just asked, what did Donald Trump say about black men? Explain.
Well, I got a layer to what I'm saying is that, what if we did follow what I'm gonna just say the defense attorneys? What if we follow what the defense attorney said? As far as to pull yourself by the bootstraps. Just because you're black, you don't deserve this. Whatever. What if we followed that? Then what? Are we going back to the Jim Crow days? We're supposed to pretty much don't look at white men in the eyes, or know your place, boy. I mean, how is that shit supposed to go, man?
Well, I mean, and that's why I asked him, what's the, who deserves respect? And if no one deserves respect, then I guess I guess it's just a damn free fall, right? Well, it doesn't really matter. We just all is kill or be killed, eat or be eaten, right? Or
it's Jesus. I told you. Okay, but one of the things that gets me is these people in the chat room to say, "Oh, y'all niggas doing and sitting there talking." I'm pretty sure it's probably 8 people on the panel now. I'm pretty sure that all of you guys just ain't sitting here in a chair drinking a drink. Most of you probably guys are doing something constructive too while you're on this panel.
Yeah, doing Judge Dredd, are you saying that
organizing?
That's what I can't say.
One time.
On a second, I'm at a loss. Judge Dredd, are you saying that black men can do multiple things at one time?
Evidently, this dumbass motherfucker.
Hey, we don't deserve it. We don't deserve to do that, though.
We don't deserve to do that. That's right. We don't deserve that.
I mean, think about it. As many hours as I got in on panels, I mean, how many times would you say that you actually see me sitting down and not doing nothing?
I'm with you, Judge. I'm with you.
So I know if I'm doing it, you guys are doing it too. Because it ain't too.
Look,
you know what I mean?
Check this out. BGS y'all know what I do. I'm not even supposed to be up this early. I get paid to talk to y'all. You get what I'm saying? Shit. I normally be at work like Judge be doing.
The Legeti, come up here, man, because nobody told anybody to hate Trump. Donald Trump got diselected because of how he handled COVID.
Yeah, he
Point
got
blank
that.
period.
And I ain't gonna lie, he could have probably got
Yeah,
in.
he lost a lot of votes from that. He would have got in if it wasn't for that, I think.
Yeah.
I think it was,
I'm gonna say this
he
about
could
Trump.
have.
I'm gonna
He
say this
didn't try to
about
get the
Trump.
black
One
man.
time.
I'm
Go ahead.
gonna say this about Trump. All Trump had to do was pass if in October, or excuse me, between August and October, if he had just passed one of them darn stimulus bills.
Yeah.
People would have
He'd have been in.
All he had to do was pass one and give out some free money. He would have.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't think that was his fault.
Hold on. Let him finish.
What I'm saying is I agree. Look, BGNS and I were talking about this November towards 2019. What should we do? Right? We with me, Rodney, Nicole, right? Dr. Dumbo, we went through all this stuff, right? And at the end of the day, he fucked it up. All he had to do was pass a stimulus bill and give out $1,000 to everybody. Everybody would have voted. So that's what he had to do. And he didn't want to do it. So
well, I don't know about that. My understanding was he wanted to give out bigger checks. I think it was Nancy Pelosi that
was after
was the one
fact,
that played back.
That was after the fact. What he should have done was just a minimum $1,000.
Hold on a second. Did he get the bill through, sir?
No, he didn't. He couldn't get it through. But it wasn't just up to him.
Then guess what you're going to get is fired, which is what happened.
Well, exactly. But you know what though? The point I'm trying to make is that wasn't all on him. Nancy Pelosi had a lot to do with that.
It doesn't matter.
I don't think it was the stimulus bill that tanked him. I think what was going on in New York and the very public way it was being presented by CNN and him publicly appearing to contradict his own people or people in the federal government.
The whole reason,
came after him.
The whole reason you had COVID in the first goddamn place is because he allowed Fauci to start the goddamn program up again. It was his fault from the very beginning.
Big Pharma Fauci, you talking about?
Big Pharma Fauci. In other words, Barack Obama stopped the program.
Big Pharma Fauci, yep. That motherfucker.
It doesn't. Fauci is not Big Pharma. Fauci doesn't give a shit about pharmaceuticals. This is a whole nother level, man.
Well, I'll tell you what. Fauci works for the establishment behind the scenes. I think he's right down there with fucking Bill Gates and the rest of them.
And Bill Gates is a flunky compared to this shit, man.
Yeah, a rich flunky.
He's the one we know about.
Yeah, the best flunkies are rich flunkies. Okay. They have money. They don't have this kind of power, man.
Well, who does then? If a multi-billionaire
you ain't supposed to know who it is.
I'll tell you exactly where they are. Go read the list of the World Economic Forum and look at that list. That's who you're talking about. Real simple. They tell you who they are. They don't even hide it no more. That's who they are. Those are those people. Okay. If you go on that list, those are those people.
And it's funny because everybody keeps coming up with all these goddamn theories. I ain't saying I want a part of that group, but when you finally go read their goddamn page, they tell you, just like BLM page. When you go read their page, they tell you what they plan on doing. That's what they believe. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. That's what they believe, and that's what the fuck they gonna do.
If you go behind and read their donors, they really know what's going on with BLM. But that's another story. But in other words, let's get this straight about this COVID shit, man. Why do you think Fauci's still there? It's still in this still doing this shit, man, because it was his fuck up that caused this shit.
He's selling the damn vaccines. As far as I'm concerned. He's pushing the vaccines.
No, you know why the vaccines are being pushed? And we talked about this. You don't follow me enough, right? You know why the vaccines are being pushed?
Why?
How much money are you going to spend keeping people off of work?
Yeah, well, it makes sense. That makes sense, but I don't know, man.
How much? Okay.
First of all,
whoa. Time out. Answer the question first before you give me the explanation.
Okay.
How much more money you gonna spend keeping this economy alive?
Thank you.
It's not gonna work.
Give me a number. Give me a number.
How much money you need to spend before?
How much more money? You already spent.
How much money you gonna spend?
How you spent 10 trillion? How much more money you gonna spend?
Right.
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. You probably not very much, right? Because you shot all your bullets, right? What do you have to do? You have to get people to do what? Go where?
Back to work.
Go back to work. Yes.
Go back to work. How do you certify people to go back to work?
Well, if you want to say getting them vaccinated, I guess getting them vaccinated.
Exactly.
Illusion of safety.
exactly. That's my point. That's illusion of safety.
Of course, it's illusion of safety, but you can read this shit with Braille, okay?
But I don't believe these vaccines. I don't even believe in these vaccines.
It doesn't matter whether you believe in them or not. That's the whole point.
Right. As long as the people believe in them.
Who gives a fuck whether you believe in it or not?
Right.
You get certified to go back to work. The fact is, you go back to work.